Hey,
Hey, what's up, buddy?
nothing much. What about you?
Oh, not much. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. Can you see me?
I cannot.
Um, there we go.
Awesome.
Okay.
What's going on, brother?
Nothing much. Just didn't sleep in much. I usually sleep in, but this is good.
How's the COVID-19 treating you with the sleeping in? Pretty good?
Oh yeah, it's pretty nice, especially with school and everything. Sleeping in, doing some school, pretty quick, but yeah, it's all right.
How's that going? So you're a senior right now?
Yeah, I am a senior. Yeah, so of course, it does suck because you want your senior year to be like well, of course it's gonna be memorable and stuff,
Yeah,
but I just kind of like seeing things that other seniors did, like my brother and everything. Kind of wish I kind of had that experiences,
sure.
but it's just something new, and we just gotta adapt and adjust to it. So
Yeah.
that's all you
Wh-
can do.
What's been the well? At least because you just won a state title, right?
Yeah, I did. Yep, it was like literally my lifelong goal of you know winning a state, winning in like my dad's footsteps. That was my big. So yeah,
That's awesome. And when are you in Wisconsin? Is that
yeah,
okay?
yeah, Wisconsin.
Um. So how? Okay. So high school stats are a little bit hard to find. So just give me a synopsis real quick of like your high school career and then culminating with the state title.
Sure. So my ending record for 4 years was 181 and 15
Nice.
takedowns. I always led the team in takedowns. I have the school record. It's at 249 in a season. That was my sophomore year, and then really didn't try to break that record again. I also hold the team record for team points in a season, team points in a career, and then just I'll take you to junior year, where sophomore year I got fifth at state. Junior year I was ranked one going into sectionals. I ended up losing in the finals to the kid that won on a pretty iffy call. Final score was 4-3, and then I choked up in the true second match. And then flash forward to this coming year, I was ranked one the whole year, lost once, ended up winning state, and it was just like a perfect story. So it was awesome.
That's all. You said you lost. So how'd that loss? I think I just saw the video, but I want to hear your take with that loss. How did that make you feel? Did you end up wrestling that guy at state or anything like that?
No, so that was the last time I wrestled both of them. Both of them were a weight heavier than me this year at 138. But like again, that was it was definitely like a life changing point in my life, and it really made me think like about like what I was doing and kind of what I was thinking and like why I was wrestling in the first place. So it was a really good thing. Like if maybe if I didn't lose that, bigger things wouldn't have come. So
Mm,
when one door closes, another one opens. So I was really grateful for this another opportunity being my senior year.
awesome, awesome. And then what? So what's? I mean, I've seen obviously I've seen some of your videos and stuff, and you seem like you have a good head on your shoulders. What's the next step? What do you want to do? Um, as far as college goes, have you made your decision yet? Do you know?
Yeah, so I'm committed to UW Parkside, so it's like a school in Kenosha, D2 school.
Okay,
So I wanted to stay in state, of course, with family, and then I got a girlfriend I'm really committed to. She's going to Green Bay, so it's like 3 hours apart, which is completely fine. But my goal first is to get all my paperwork in and everything, work out with the team, and first off, getting a starting spot. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now. Of
gotcha,
course, in the long run, of course, a D2 national championship would be the top of the top right there.
gotcha. And then so yeah, so when did you make that decision? Was there any other schools that were catching your eye or?
There honestly there really wasn't because well of course with like D3 schools or you can't really get any scholarships or
Yeah,
anything.
sure.
I kind of wanted to have some school paid for and everything because expensive stuff. So of course, like the Badgers. It would be so cool, to wrestle D1 for the Badgers. But again, if they're not offering you anything or like maybe it'll be hard spot. It'll be pretty hard, to get a spot. Your 4 years there. I just chose that. You know what? Parkside's pretty close to home. My dad actually went there. some other people that I come in contact with. But I'm just really excited for it.
Gotcha. And what are you studying? Or do you
So
know yet?
I'm good at doing marketing. Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense with
Yeah.
the YouTube and everything.
Yeah.
You're probably better than most of the seniors that are going to be graduating with a bachelor's in marketing, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see, but I think it'll help out for sure.
Yeah.
And then yeah, yeah.
No, it for sure will. I was saying, just because I mean, YouTube is not easy. Like, I think a lot of people think it's easy,
No,
and
it's
I
the
mean,
hardest social media for sure.
and you're way further along than me, and I'm like, dude, this is not like this is a struggle. So I can't even imagine like what you go through, especially just with I mean, your channel's gone from I think I was watching it like a little less than a year ago, and you only had like 15,000 subscribers, and
Sure.
it's almost quadrupled that now, which is cool. That's how YouTube works. It grows exponentially. But I was saying this year, I was like, if I was a teacher, I would literally make a class like a marketing or like business teacher. I'd be like, listen, start a YouTube channel, start some type of like social media, and
Hmm.
just learn how to grow that and monetize that, and like you'll be evaluated at the end of the year based on like not how you do, but just like how you like the effort you put in and what you learned.
Yeah, yeah. I totally agree. That would be pretty awesome.
That'd be a dope
Honestly,
class. I should be a teacher.
that's true. Yeah, you should.
Um,
What are you doing now?
what'd you say?
I said, what are you doing now? Not being a teacher.
Yeah, right. No, I'm just I'm back. I just graduated from Oregon State, and then I'm back in Cali, and then once the gyms open up, I'm gonna start training fighting full time. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, so
That's cool.
yeah, it is cool. I got a boxing trainer down here too, so I'm actually going up there in a little bit. But
Sure.
yeah, this whole thing's been crazy, man. Like I didn't expect to be, coming back down to Cali or anything.
Hmm.
It's super weird. So
Oh
what's
yeah.
the so what's like the well, first of all, why'd you start doing YouTube?
Yeah, so first, the person who's kind of inspired me and everything was my good buddy Crosby, who's been, my, training partner for, my 4 years of high school and
Mhm.
everything. And so he started posting videos, kind of doing like trick shot stuff and like some little like funny like vlog clips and everything. Super weird videos if you want to go back on his channel, look at that. But that kind of made me like, hey, why don't I start? And, I kind of thought about it in the long term of things. Like if I can like document like my high school years and, everything after, it's like kind of like proof to show like my kids and everything, like the other generation or just whatever, just to like say that this is what I was like. And especially because I feel like I knew like I had a lot to share like to
Mhm.
people and everything, that I thought that recording my wrestling matches, making it look good, spending a lot of time editing, also like I do pay for some equipment. I don't make any money on YouTube at all because of the whole NCAA image and likeness
Oh, I
rule.
know.
But
I dealt with that.
oh yeah, but I think it's just like you can't really get pushed into doing YouTube. It has to be like an inner motivation within you, because it does get tough. Like at the very beginning, for like, so I actually had a YouTube channel before that got terminated. I had 70 videos. It was my whole sophomore wrestling season. Into the freestyle and Greco season, but that got terminated, and they never told me why. They just literally just took all the videos off, like banned my channel.
Well,
Like,
do you? Okay, wait. Let me just stop there. Well, first of all,
yeah,
what? How old were you? You said sophomore, so about 15, 16?
yeah. So I started kind of like messing around with like cameras in YouTube freshman year, and I really didn't post anything until kind of a little bit before sophomore year.
Gotcha. So what's your take on that? Like, why would they? Or I mean, obviously they didn't tell you, but do you have like, did you say something about like, did you endorse Trump or something
No,
publicly? Or
no. I didn't. I didn't. The only thing that I could think about, so I play a lot of Fortnite. I don't play a lot, but I used to
yeah,
when it was its prime. And I did some Fortnite videos. Definitely not as much. Mostly still wrestling. But one of them, I follow some guys, like I don't know if you know TSM Hamlins, and he does like pretending to be this kid in a game, because you can talk
yeah. Does he? Okay,
to
does
other
he the guy?
people.
He does like all the impersonations and stuff, or does he just pretend to be a kid?
Maybe.
Some of those
Yeah,
are
I think he
funny.
plays a lot of Fortnite, but and I tried to make one video of that, and I did, and I posted it the next day. The next day it was gone. And mind you this, when my channel got terminated, it was the last day of school until summer vacation, my sophomore year. So that was absolutely terrible. Like I grew okay, I was pretty small. I was at 500 at the time compared to now, but like I was just starting to grow from there. So it was super stupid situation, but I kind of forgot about it and everything and focusing on these videos. But it took me a year on this current channel to get to 1,000 subscribers, and then a year and a half after that, I went from 1,000 to 5,000 freestyle Greco season to almost 20, and then to what it is now. So
Yeah, that's okay. You just motivated me because I've been at it for like almost, I think it was a year, like a week ago, and not getting the traction. I won. Obviously, I think I have like 760 or something like that. But it's just like frustrating. But like you telling me that, and then you 2 years later having 60,000.
yeah,
Thank you. But
for sure.
that's so weird, man. Like why would that's yeah. So okay, well.
Yeah.
I can't imagine why they would take your channel down. That sucks.
The only thing that I can think about is that if, as soon as I get big enough, verified, whatever, I, make a trip to YouTube headquarters or wherever and talk to someone there that can, like get those videos back, you know what I mean? And then I can repost them and like re-air maybe on, my second channel or something. But
Yeah.
I don't know. So
Do you feel like okay? Because I want to pick your brain a little bit too, just for my own, for my own channel and stuff. So do you feel like having those 70 videos under your belt helped, and then them being gone helped, or do you think it hurt? Like, do you think it's good for some of those trial runs to still be up there, or do you think that maybe is it's better that they're gone as far as like just your appearance goes?
Well, yeah, sure. Like, so of course, okay, for me on my channel, I show my losses in my wrestling matches. I show when I do bad. I show when things aren't going my way or whatever like that. Of course, I show the positive things, but I also show the negative things. So by having all those stuff up there, I do wish that they were still up there. Of course, there were some videos where, like, of course, it's just it's just my journey. So I would love to have every part of my journey up there. Yeah.
Gotcha. How do you edit your videos, by the way?
Yeah, so I got a year ago, and then I go on Final Cut Pro, and then I do all my editing on there, and then thumbnails I do them on Photoshop, or I did use Canva, which was free at the time.
Yeah,
I didn't have.
Yeah, I use Canva sometimes too, and then I got a buddy that is really good with Photoshop, and he's basically owes me a life debt, so I just ask him to do mine.
Yeah.
And then how'd you learn to edit? Did you just take a course, or did you just learn on the fly?
Yeah, so we have a really crappy computer downstairs, like a really old Dell, and what it had was CyberLink Power Director, and it was 9 years, it was like 9 years ago, like probably 13 years ago now, but it was a super old software. And honestly, I would just record whatever I could, just talking to the camera, doing some weird stuff, and I would learn to edit. And I would ask my dad, some kind of things because I didn't know absolutely anything.
Yeah.
But honestly, I spent like about 3 hours a day for like 2 months just sitting in there trying to edit, trying to learn different effects and stuff like that. But then I did that for about a year and a half, and then after that I just switched over to Final Cut Pro, and it's super easy. But I like how all editing softwares are kind of the same. So if you know how to use one, you pretty much know how to use one.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, wait. Okay, yeah, Final Cut's the one that Mac uses a lot. So I think I'm gonna get Final Cut once I get the money. But yeah, it's a good software. What was like your okay, so you told me the reasons. What was like your like big break with YouTube then? Because obviously the whole, which is crazy. I can't believe they took your channel down. But like, what was the video or like the thing like that happened that you were like, oh shoot, like this YouTube thing's for real?
Sure. So I think I was at like 500 subscribers, and then it was conference and regionals. It was in between those 2 weeks where that span I got to 3,000 subscribers, and so those videos today, I don't know how much the conference one has, but the regionals one has 91,000.
One second.
This is super cool. I hit 1K, hit 3K. Yeah.
Hey, one second. I kind of lost. I kind of lost you there for about 10, 15 seconds. You say that just starting at conference again?
Okay, yeah. So
Sorry.
starting from conference, and then it went to regionals, of course, the next week. And in those span of those two videos, I got to around 3,000 subscribers. And so the regionals video, it has about 91,000 views right now. But from there, it went to sectionals and state. And I think after that, I was around five. And it was super cool because at state, I was still like, I still feel like I'm super small, like for 5,000 subscribers, but I was taking, tons of pictures, and it was just a super big like motivator. Like, hey, I really want to do this. I can reach a lot of people. I help inspire a lot of people. And then kind of after that, I posted top 5 wrestling moves. That's when I started that series, and that's kind of my most successful series on the channel. So we can't do that, of course, in quarantine. But I think I have like 10 videos, and those always do the best on my channel.
Really well.
And then from there, just posting freestyle Greco videos, highlights, stuff like that.
Gotcha. So to the best of your knowledge, why do you think those videos like did the way they did? Like, because I mean, you said you were at 500, and then you go from 500 to 3,000 to 5,000 in the span of less than a month. What was there anything you did differently, or was it just like, hey, this is the one YouTube decided to promote, or what?
Yeah, so I really did try to work YouTube as a science. So I watched a bunch of videos on like how to grow YouTube, how to start from zero or stuff like that. But what I did was I kind of had to master tags. And so tags is when someone searches in the search bar, and then your video pops up based on what your tags are. And to rank high for the SEO or whatever, I like to have all my tags in my title, description, and in the tags. And so by doing this for all of my videos, that's why all my videos have the word wrestling in there, and also like high school wrestling. So what I would do is I would school wrestling, and also whatever the video is. And so people would look up high school wrestling, and the first videos would be like 10 of my videos. So like literally, if like you couldn't get away from me, like if you wanted to, if you look that up.
Sure.
So I think by just having my stuff in their face all the time, they end up clicking on it, they like it, they subscribe.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of yeah.
Okay. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've seen that a little bit just with like research and stuff, but I just made a note of it and wrote the time down because I'm definitely going to be trying to optimize that more for sure, just for my channel. But so like, what are your goals for the channel? Like the second you graduate, you're done wrestling in college, are you just going to push the monetize button and try to rein in everything you can?
Well, I think for the image and likeness rule, I think by April of 2021, I think all colleges have to actually change.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
So I'm super, super excited for that, to have merch and everything. But I do not want to step away from wrestling. It's brought me, so much. It taught me so much in this life and everything. So I do, of course, want to stay by it, whether it's being, a volunteer wrestling coach or being, maybe a head coach someday. I guess we'll see where it goes. But of course, just grow, and I don't want to get rid of wrestling, especially even if I do kind of step away a little bit from wrestling, I'll still be on YouTube. I'll still be doing whatever the next big thing is for me at that time.
Gotcha. You think your channel will always be just that wrestling niche, or do you want to kind of like branch out? Like, I mean, I get it. Like, most of the connections I have are fighters and wrestlers, but for me, like, I want to get CrossFit athletes and people in the political spectrum and stuff. Are you kind of the same way, or are you just like, I'm good with where I'm at? Or
yeah, well, I definitely do want to get more in like the workout kind of industry and like lifting and everything like that. Like there's so much untapped potential in like the lifting and exercising and the benefiting side of things like that.
Sure.
So I feel like I definitely want to get in that. But I think some things that would, of course, help me would be someone to actually help film and record, which of course I do have people like that right now.
Yeah.
But someone be like a partner within this, which my girlfriend does a really, really good job with, like helping edit, helping film.
Yeah.
But someone who's like, you know what I mean? That's almost like, your roommate that does this. So college probably help that. So.
Yeah, it'll probably. Yeah, I mean, if you get like a good teammate or something as a roommate, I mean, there's the thing is, it'd be hard if you're not like paying somebody, because most people, there has to be some type of incentive. So, but 2021, man, you'll be able to do it.
Yeah. Maybe I could pay him shout outs. That might work.
Ooh.
It could work.
That might help. He just gets cameos
Maybe.
every like. Listen, you get one camera turn every single video. Okay, don't
Yeah,
don't. So
maybe.
it'd be funny. Um. Okay, so you're going to remind me of the college you're going to again?
So it's UW Parkside.
UW Parkside, and then now you have a pretty extensive. You're a Greco guy, right? You like Greco?
I do like Greco. Yeah, I'm all three, but yeah, Greco. I do love Greco. Yeah.
And are you okay? I'm trying to remember because it's been a while since I watched some of your Greco because it would have been last year when you were making Greco
Yeah.
videos, right? Did you All American in Greco? Is that
No, I did not. I went 3-2, but the guy that I beat in the quarterfinals at the state tournament for Greco actually All American. He got fourth.
Oh,
So it was definitely not my best tournament. No, but no, I didn't.
gotcha. Do you see yourself trying to do more Greco? Like if you like, let's say Open next year, or
Mhm.
are you gonna just try Greco, or will you do freestyle and Greco?
I assume I would do both. I really couldn't imagine one without the other. So, I mean, probably both. I do love them all. I do love them all the same. We'll see though, because I mean, I love Greco just for like the content and the highlights,
Sure.
because I feel like it's so much there. But yeah, I don't know. Probably all three or all two. Yeah.
Gotcha. Do people come up to you a lot? Like, is there just like a lot of fandom, or like at wrestling? I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You think? Okay, so like every wrestling tournament, kids are just like, "Hey, let me get a picture with you, Cayden."
Yes, so that's why I really really miss freestyle Greco season. But yeah, like at every tournament. So what we would do, especially freestyle Greco, we would bring our wrestling dummy Waldo. So Waldo's Warriors, that's like a wrestling team, and so we bring the dummy in, and then that's kind of our wrestling coach for the day. And so we put him in the corner. We go over to him, and he talks to us or whatever. But then we have kids all around us, like talking to us, asking for pictures and stuff like that. So it's super awesome. Super awesome.
That's cool, man. That's super cool. I feel like I'm asking you a lot of like deep questions. You're only, I mean, I'm trying to, the fact that you're 18 and you have, all this fame and
Sure.
you have such a good head on your shoulders and you know what your major is. Most 18-year-old kids don't even know where they're going to school or what they're going to do. And, they go up to their parents and they're like, "Hey, mom, dad, I think I want to take a year to find myself." And it's just like, what are you talking about? Like, you're going to school, you're getting a job. Like one of those two. So that's awesome, man. I think it's super cool. When I saw your channel, I was like, it definitely like motivated and inspired like some of the things I wanted to do, because like I never really wanted to do YouTube until somebody handed me a camera and said, "Hey, try this," and I was like, "Okay, we'll try it." And it's definitely been like a learning experience for sure. But like seeing your channel definitely helped me just with some of my wrestling vlogs and stuff. So one, personally, I just wanted to say thanks, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, man, you're going to school. You're first of all, college. I'll just let you know, college is it's a lot of fun, but it definitely has its temptations. So just I don't know, how do you anticipate planning for that and stuff?
Like the alcohol and everything?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna ask you if you drink, but like.
Oh, no. So yeah, drinking, smoking, no. Like I'm super against it.
Sure.
I love water, so yeah. I no, I have no intentions to doing that. I got a girlfriend I'm super loyal to, so
Sure.
I'm really not worried about it at all. I'm just super excited for the opportunity. We'll see how things go, but of course I'll keep it on the YouTube channel. Let everyone know, how's it's going and stuff like that.
Awesome, man. Well, awesome, man. I wanted to, yeah, just, man, I just wanted to, hear it, because obviously, with the fame and everything, your channel's probably going to be, at close to 200,000-300,000 by the end of the year, I'd imagine. If it keeps, I mean, think about it. Like it grew, times 4 this year, and it's going to continue to do that for a while. So, so yeah, man, just, keep a level head on your shoulders. I'm excited to see what you do. What real quick before you go, man, what do you stand for? What do you believe? Like, what's some advice you give to some people?
Yeah, so for sure. So I said this after my state semifinals match. It was on the Megatron. But I would say if you don't have if there's no target, you can't hit it, right? So by setting goals, you have to set a goal. That's the first step. And so by writing that goal down every single day, repeating that goal throughout your your head all day. So, one thing I do, I have a note card in my pocket, and on that note card it says, this was for my state run. It was, I will be the 2020 state champion at 132 pounds. I put it in my pocket, and every single day, every time I put my hand in my pocket, I see the card, I pull it out, I read it, I say it. So by having constant repetition of your goal in your head, you kind of manifest it. So that's called the law of attraction. I'm super, super big on that, but I definitely suggest, a lot of people to use that.
Awesome. Awesome, brother. Well, man, good luck with college. Good luck with everything. Good luck with your girlfriend. And, dude, thank you so much for doing this, man. Just thank you for your channel. I appreciate you, brother. So, God bless, Cayden. Have a good day, man.
For sure. Thank you.